Hello, Zuri. Today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Bitcoin. Let's go?
Hi, robot. I've been hearing a lot about this thing called Bitcoin, but I don't really know what it is. Can you explain it to me?
Bitcoin is a digital currency, meaning it doesn't exist physically like the money we use in our daily lives. Instead, it exists only online in a network called blockchain. The main characteristic of Bitcoin is that it is decentralized, which means it is not controlled by any government or financial institution.
So it's a kind of money, but it only works on the internet?
That's right. Bitcoin is a digital currency that circulates on the internet without the need for intermediaries like banks. The security of the transactions is guaranteed by a system called blockchain, which I'll explain shortly. Now let's understand how Bitcoin works. When you send or receive Bitcoin, the transaction is recorded in a public ledger called the blockchain. This ledger is a sequence of blocks that contain all the transactions made with Bitcoin. Every time a new block is added, it connects to the previous block, forming a chain of blocks.
So how can someone use Bitcoin to buy something?
To use Bitcoin, you need a digital wallet, which is where you store your Bitcoins. You can buy things online, make investments, or even exchange your Bitcoins for real money, depending on what you want. Oh, and there's a very interesting part called mining. Bitcoin mining is the process by which new Bitcoins are created and transactions are verified. Miners use powerful computers to solve complex mathematical problems, and when they succeed, they earn a reward in Bitcoin. This also ensures the security of the network.
But why is mining important?
Mining is essential because it helps keep the system secure and reliable. Without miners, we wouldn't have a way to ensure that transactions are legitimate. Now, Zuri, let's talk a little about the advantages and disadvantages of Bitcoin. Advantages 1. Fast, borderless transactions. You can send Bitcoin to anyone in the world without relying on banks or exchange rates. 2. Decentralization. No single entity controls Bitcoin, which makes it less vulnerable to traditional economic crises. 3. Privacy. Although all transactions are recorded, your identity does not need to be revealed. Disadvantages 1. Volatility. The price of Bitcoin can fluctuate a lot in a short period of time, which can be risky for those investing in it. 2. Complexity. For people who are not tech-savvy, using Bitcoin safely can be difficult. 3. Scalability. When there are too many transactions happening at the same time, the system can become slow.
Wow. So Bitcoin is quite an interesting currency, but it also has some risks, right?
Exactly. Like any other currency or investment, Bitcoin has its advantages and challenges. But in the end, it's a digital revolution in the financial world.
Now I understand everything. Thank you, robot.
You're welcome, Zuri. If you have more questions, just ask.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel.